typed it.
You did.
I did it.
Oops.
Oops.
Hey, sorry we're late.
Marines can't spell. How's everybody doing? Good morning. GM. Happy Sunday. What is it? The 24th of August.
Today's the 24th. So this is that knife day that they were talking about the other day.
We're talking knives, so I guess that works out, right? Hey, look. The handle on this pot matches the spooky on my shirt. Who has ordered their shirts? Who's ordered them? I think the OD green with the orange. It's always been a cool color combo.
Are you extra bright today?
I don't think so. I feel just as dumb as always.
The shirt just looks a little bright on screen.
I feel as dumb as always. Just as dumb, not extra bright. Sorry, guys, to disappoint you. How many people suffered through the 8-minute delay because we have technical difficulties all the time?
Well, we have a few.
A few. 4, 5?
Yeah.
5's a few.
About the norm.
The norm, 5 people. Awesome. Thanks for the details.
We already have a question. What's the release on the folders?
We haven't even started my coffee. You're already straight into it? Man. You guys need some patience.
Did y'all miss us last week?
No, they just want to know where the folder is. So we're doing coffee.
So who started National Knife Day?
Probably some nerd like all of us on this broadcast.
Some knife YouTuber?
Yeah, some knife nerd.
I declare today is.
And how do you, like,
Day.
It can't be a national holiday. I mean, it does sound like something we could, I don't know, maybe something like, okay, we're picking this day. Like, why? Because are you jealous of college football starting yesterday? So you want to piggyback on people being like hungover and bored? Like, I guess I'll slip my wrist because there's no football for the college on today. So what knife will I use? Is that how I got started?
Happy birthday, Casey. Casey's birthday is on National Knife Day. How fitting.
How fitting.
That's
how
crazy.
fitting. Ooh, man. So this is another coffee from Regina and her family. This is from Neighbors Coffee in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Neighbors Coffee. Smell this, C-Dub. This is going to be tasty. French vanilla cream.
So people are asking, how was our trip last weekend?
To Mom and Nim's. It was good. It was productive. That was good. We decided in the middle of the week that we should go back down there again in the wee hours of the morning for a minor emergency, electrical in nature.
Do you have the mic plugged in for where it makes that buzzing sound?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Somebody mentioned it.
Thanks. Let me just rectify that.
Thanks.
Wasn't that Bonomo that told us?
Esquilled.
What?
Esquilled Lod.
Esquilla. All right, so we're going to use about this much coffee. That looks like about enough. I don't know, a couple tablespoons. I'm only going to make 1 cup, so that should work. Let's see.
Are Mom and Dad okay? Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're good to go. We just had to do some electrical.
She actually pronounces it Regina. She has told us that her mom named her that, and that's how it's pronounced.
Yep. So we try our best.
I try to remember. Sometimes I accidentally say the wrong pronunciation.
Yep. So that's her name. Don't wear it out. Remember that from the 90s? You 90s, 80s, 90s kids?
My name, don't wear it out.
That's my name, don't wear it out. We said some of the stupidest stuff when we were kids.
Did anybody else say the talk to the hand and all that crap? Or was that just like local talk?
Yeah, gas face. Remember that? Gas face.
Gas
face.
Did anybody else
gas face. Oh, that's what we did.
And Hunter's probably like, what in the heck are y'all talking
about? Gas face, Hunter. You all know gas face. We grew up in the... All right. Well, look, we had a good time. I believe this coffee is ready. Man, this jet boil.
I said that was everywhere.
Okay. Yeah, you know, it's like...
Hey, got another grandchild yesterday.
Where'd you find it? You just pick it up? Like, look, when we were working through the MR1...
Mom said we couldn't make it without y'all.
Man, we couldn't without you guys either. It's such an inspiration to have them as leadership in our life.
Brian W., how about this one? What's your name? Puddingtane. Ask me again. I'll tell you this.
Yeah, I remember that one. So when I was working through the MR1,
Gabe said that was more for the flamboyant type of people in my area.
Flamboyant?
Well, that's because I don't know. It was all in our school.
Yeah, it was flamboyance and non-flamboyance, because back in our time, you get punched in the face.
And what's the coffee today from Matthew Lutz?
It was that Neighbor's Coffee from Oklahoma City, French vanilla cream coffee. Creme, excuse me. There's an accent aigu over that E, so it's creme.
So Ray says that makes 5 grandkids now. Congratulations.
Man, you're just finding them everywhere. I don't even have one. You're collecting them all.
Good morning, Task and Fam. Good morning. I love our nickname, our acronym or whatever.
Yeah, that actually for a long time was something I used to use as our passwords before we got hacked.
Gus D, they have a 2-for-1 baby sale down the street.
Man, I didn't know youngins were having kids these days. I thought all they had were fur babies. Thank God. Sorry. Yeah, not allowed to say that, but I did it. So do something. Say something. So I was working through the MR1, inappropriate joking. It's named Marine Raider 1. So the staff sergeant that I was working with in the Raider Battalion, he kind of fell off the radar, and he sent a message like, "Hey, sorry, I've been off the radar. I lost my eye on a deployment." And my immediate response was, "Do you remember where you left it?" He didn't find that funny, like a little bit at all. Like he just was. He's like. I'm like, "Oh, sorry, too soon?" And he's like, "Yeah." "Oh, sorry, Sergeant." But hey, he got to stay in. Apparently, you can still be a Marine.
Well, and you have to clarify, you don't actually think anything's wrong with having a fur baby, because lots of people are saying they have fur babies.
Yeah. Do you have both?
And some people are saying no kids. So yes, you can do any of that stuff.
Look, if you're gonna take offense, you might as well click away, because I'm just playing, and we do a lot of that here. So we have lowered feelings. Lower your feelings expectations to like hear normal human humor interactions. Like that's
Thomas, I'm laughing. Love inappropriate Tim. Bring him back.
That's the universal sign for level it out. You know what I'm saying? You would think that's like anaerobics or Tai Chi, but it's not. It's like lower your
Matthew Latiziano, my Nightshade Warncliffe is my baby.
Yeah, that's right. It can get furred if you don't take care of it, and it's 80 CRV too. So, like, oh my God, that one too. Man, that's why I love our ubiquitous saying. That's part of the reason I drink from the Be Less Dumb mug.
Ryan Henley, feelings are made to be hurt.
Yeah, that's why you have so many of them. You got extras so you can wound them, and you can rebuild them and come back too.
Offend everybody, LOL.
I do, man. I do. I even myself.
Dark
I talk
humor is the best.
I talk about fat white people all the time, and that's me. So I'm pretty good at offending myself. But it's totally cool because we have 3 fur children that we claim, and then we have a 4th that just shows up from the neighbor's house. I have no idea. Like it. So when we take walks in the morning, Manu is his name, not short for Manuel or anything like that. It is short for brand new cat, but I think he's mildly retarded. So I call him Manu Cat. So his name became Manu, because I'm telling you, like, this cat will do this to the wall and meow. And you're like, I'm over here. This is, so now we call him Manu. But he is the neighbor's cat.
Said on the Be Less Dumb mug, you should have a middle finger on the bottom like that pointer you had, so when you take a sip, they get the hint.
I would, but CW doesn't like me doing these things. She stops me at a point. Like, there's an offensive...
Hey, can you pretend to be a toy dinosaur?
I don't know how to do that.
Christopher Lehman said my baby's currently yelling that he wants to watch toy dinosaurs, whatever that is.
Maybe we can... Raptor? That's all I got. That's it. I also have no sense.
You're gonna do it if I asked you to.
I mean, I have no. Our youngest was in the bunker with me. I was working on the Kickstarter for the folding knives, and she was like, "Are you a kid?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I think a lot of people would think I'm a kid." She's like, "But you're old," and I thought kids were little kids. What was her description? Little kids that do things that they're not supposed to. Little people do things they're not supposed to. I was like, I'm just big people. I'm not supposed to do.
Sean Blakely said my wife absolutely loves her Ops Hawk. Thank you very much, CW.
Yay. Yeah, Ops Hawk.
And there was a really nice comment about China's customer service.
Yeah, China's customer service.
Rockstar China once again took care of me this past week. China's literally the blueprint to how every company's customer service should be.
Agreed. So thank you guys for the outpouring of love for her. I'm not sure if I should thank you for making her dreams of Disney more of a possibility, because that means I got to drive 18,000 hours and stand in a gajillion lines and dodge COVID and eat things that are really expensive. But
Jane said, "Now Barney the dinosaur." What's
Barney? Oh, hey guys, that's all I got. That's it. Or is that Tigger? I don't know. It's something that did just happen. Somebody
is Jacob the shop fur baby. Jacob's the shop Yeti.
Yeah. And if I don't shave, I'm a Furby, because my hair will slowly march up and become part of my eyelashes on my face. So I'll just be like this blinking, like Harry and the Hendersons, like bink, bink, and just hair everywhere. It's pretty gross.
Oh no, Sean Anderson says, I live in North Florida and would rather drive to Tennessee than South Florida. Oh no, you're scaring me.
Oh, I mean, look, I like Florida for me has been the beach, but look, you do things for your kids. Even though she's 25, she still lives here. She's our kid. And look, if we can keep her on the customer service and to keep her from pitching herself off the balcony at the shop by taking her to Disney once every 25 years, I figure I have to do it 2 more times in my life if I'm lucky.
Did you bring the Sasquatch sapper?
No. No, that's at the shop.
Yeah, that was one thing Tim mentioned, is he hates the idea of having to go without his gun.
Guns, typically, I'm not, I mean, like, even when I go to the mailbox, I have a gun on, and it's very safe where I live.
Good morning, EF. He said, good morning, TCal fam and camera queen.
Morning, sir.
Says they send you through metal detectors to get into Disney.
I know. Gosh. Look, I saw the signs at Biltmore. They were like, no firearms, blah, blah, blah. And, a lot of that sign is, personal
Yeah, we're
choice.
planning to do Universal also.
Yeah. I think Universal's supposed to be for us.
There was a couple of, I guess, some people that work there that offered to give some free tickets.
Yeah, I know for sure one that works there and one that may have some association. Not sure if they want to be publicly lauded for that, because then everybody else might hit them up for donating tickets. I don't want that to happen. But look, guys, we're really blessed and
really
fortunate
appreciative
to have you all.
China feels compelled to do something for y'all too. She's like hand dyeing grips because she feels very indebted to you who have given money.
And those of you that have...
monkey, whoop whoop. He said, "Yep, I got you for Universal." Yeah,
man. Yeah, there's somebody else offered more on top of that, so I gotta stay longer. Yippee skippy! Man, look how long my arms are. Like an ape. I was called the Vanilla Gorilla, and Jacob is a good 4 inches taller than me at the shop, but I have more reach than him. Like, we have a balcony, and I'll just reach up there and set stuff up there. Like, whoop, there's a freakish...
I hate Gatlinburg, tap 4-2.
Man, I liked it as a kid.
I mean, I like Gatlinburg once I'm in it, but just getting there is, like, so crowded.
And trying to drive?
And it's not until next January, y'all. She's saving money and all that stuff, so...
January is lower crowds, not heat, and much cheaper.
Road trip video. Yeah, maybe.
Good. I mean, the road trips are pretty boring. It usually consists of, I have to pee. I'm like, oh, okay. We got gas 46 seconds ago. Morning.
Okay, we're kind of chit-chatting a lot.
That's the whole thing. We chit-chat for 2 hours.
Minutes in.
And then give people, what are we supposed to do?
Nicked Muff, you're too funny today, Tim. I love it.
Yeah, usually when I'm having a good day, I'm in my funny form. And I saved it up. I had half my funny left over from last week. So we just applied it to this one. We rubbed it on this one.
Is the coffee cooking from Matthew?
Yeah, it's cooking, but I also took the big giant mug that I usually squish it into because I have misplaced the clear container.
I saw a question about the DP1, and then...
It's a great knife.
When is it coming, and then CQC updates.
The CQCs and the Night Stalker batch are all the same. They are at Heat Treat. I have been reported that they will ship to me before the end of next week. So I can get them back and get them nickel boron and get them the H out of my shop.
Have CW do knife checks at Disney. Well, they just said you can't even take anything in there.
It'd be like
G10 knives.
No, you'd fare better doing wand checks.
Wand checks.
Because all the people walking around on we're watching like all these. Look, I'm excited. I don't want to lie. I went in middle school with my church youth group, and I rode like 2 rides, and it was the middle of the summer, and we were down there for a mission trip because a church had been demolished with a tornado. So
okay, Aaron, the only DP ones that haven't shipped would be for grip colors. If you're flexible on that, we can get it out quicker, and if not, we are still waiting on G10.
We did get all of the colored swirly G10 in from the manufacturer. We're just cutting it as fast as we can. And naturally, the guy that's cutting the G10 for me is inundated with 36,000 piece order from a competitor that apparently is taking priority. And one of their guys decided to slice their hand to the tendons.
Hello, Umberto.
So, hello.
Umberto.
Go down there to the MKM guys and tell them to finish my stupid sheath.
Yeah, and somebody just asked about that.
No.
About the FLN 2.0 sheaths.
I know we approved the design and they're in manufacturing. I was supposed to get an update on the 29th. They expect it to be pretty close to done. So that's 5 days. Trust me, we have not done a drop other than like a micro drop this month. And contrary to popular belief, we're not made of money. And we have to sell some knives to...
He said MKM is about an hour drive from there. He could probably go over there and get an
Look, let me give you Lorenzo's number straight, just right on.
What about the Nautilus update?
They are same status as the Night Stalker. That's the Night Stalker. That's steak knife.
Nautilus update.
They're in the same state. Same place, same phase. Done machining. At heat treat, supposed to come back to me because we had to hit the pause button twice on the heat treat situation, but they are shipping blades out back to me now. So praise God for that.
Mil Spec Mike Nitro V001s, and I imagine he's one of the ones that's been waiting a long time. You know, there was a few stragglers.
Yeah, so they're done. They're sharp. They're logoed. We're, I think, waiting on sheaths. The same guy that does my G10 works on the Kydex for me. And those ones that decided to wait we're going to start putting those out as whatever sheets we can come up with this week. So,
hey, Mil Spec Mike,
reach out via
email. I think I know your last name, but just in case I don't, can you please email your last name so we can
my wonderful
yours and
wife,
make sure it goes out.
And I have the same brain, and I figured she was going to say send us an email. We'll make sure we get it in the wind. And thank you for your patience on that too, brother. I really appreciate that. I know you've probably waited about a year, right?
Yeah,
or more.
There's a few.
Yeah, so there's a handful of those that were AEBL holdouts, and that batch from Valhalla was like falling apart, and we didn't have enough even from the 800 that they sent me. Whew. Yeah, let's just breathe. I need to squish my coffee into something. You know that gross thing you found and said, ew, this is moldy? That's what I usually squish my coffee into.
Oh, you don't have a cup in here at all?
Well, I have this cup, but look.
Will there be a 3 to 6 month wait on the FLN 2.0 once they... No.
Blade's done, handle's done, screws done, waiting on the leather. So once we get the leather, we're just going to release them in the grips that we have, and we're just going to blast them out. They're going to be...
Latiziano said, can I darken my knife with ferric chloride? Will it damage anything?
It won't work on nickel boron.
Yeah. It'd have to be without.
Yeah, it won't. I mean, if it's ADCR V2, it'll turn the blade black. And it won't touch AEBL, but it won't do the nickel boron.
Hey, Rick. Rick in Fort Worth said, coffee's ready. Cheers. We love y'all. Rick and Debbie.
That's right, man. I'm about to do the same.
I'm gonna y'all too.
Can I do this?
Doc Hanley says, watching from a treehouse in Kentucky. Mrs. H 60th birthday weekend. CW, she's listening, please. With Heidi. Heidi, happy birthday. Happy 60th.
Man.
Hope you have a great birthday.
I certainly hope I don't die before I'm 60. You guys
that was
lucky.
A weird thing to say.
Well, I'm just impressed that in today's society with all the craziness. Look at this. we're angularly.
They can't see it going into the cup. You can back it up if they're interested in that.
That sounds like another 90s term that we don't talk about. Anyway, I'm angling it so I can like trickle it down into here. And it's working.
I hear it.
Won't work.
And there was a lot of people that asked about EDC updates also.
What? Oh, same. They're up there hanging out, chilling with the Night Stalkers. I know we finished machining Strikers, Raiders, Tailors. So those are all three at heat treat, and then the Guardians and the Warthogs are on the machines now.
So which ones will be done first?
Strikers, Raiders, Tailors.
Okay.
And that's the new jimping Strikers. My friend, my little Siglet there, was trying to hop out and get me kicked off the interwebs. He's a crazy guy. Yeah. We were talking about stuff, and it was like some other stuff, and then we said some things.
Brian D, are you asking to get your knife sharpened, or are you just asking what Tim's system cost? You can send it in, we'll sharpen it for you.
Yeah, my sharpening system, if you go total...
They want you to say Stroika.
Stroika. That's a Stroika. The whole system, if you were to buy the machine and then do the customizations to it and then the cutouts and then the belt, you're looking at about $4,800 to $5,800 with shipping. But
I think maybe he's asking. Okay, he's asking for his knife to be sharpened. He said it came dull, a blim.
Oh, with no edge?
Could be, but you can mail it in and we'll sharpen it for you.
Yeah, we do lifetime sharpening on everything for that reason, because it takes me seconds, no sparks, no heat, no nothing. I wouldn't sell you my sharpening system anyway because it's mine. Mine.
When are you going to show us some stuff?
I don't know. I thought we were just standing here looking at my red shirt. Look at this pankin. It's probably distorted from some.
No, it's not.
Some rolls.
What knife are you carrying today from Matthew?
Adversary. Look, I'll just move over here.
I didn't set the camera up yet, so let me do that. You can.
All right, well, let me get it.
Chat for a minute, and I'll.
I chit chat for 120 plus minutes every. I'm good at that. So we're gonna do that. I think that's.
Yes, the Night Stalker is gonna be the new jimping.
Yes. Hey. Oh, that's because you're doing stuff. You're accessing my camera.
Oh.
Set this here. This looks like a really nice setup, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Are you over here yet?
Yep.
Delay. There's some stuff on here that I just like to let people ask questions like, what is that?
Yeah.
What's this? Oh.
Hey, Very Good Knife Company. Did we order the right knife? I was like so confused. Is the Lone Star the Zachary Schmidt one? If
not, I need one of your blades anyway, because at Blade Atlanta, Bob DeMarco was like, hey, Tim, I want to introduce you to a maker that I really like. And I was like, let me see it. And I was like, dang, man, look at this guy's work. These are hand ground.
You did go over there and meet him.
After that, though. Mm-hmm. That's what was cool about it, because Bob's like, and you had already met him because you were doing your videos. And I'm like, oh, yeah, Bob DeMarco loves your stuff. And Bob is one of the greatest humans that I know. Bob's a super, super good dude. Bob's collab, as far as total units that I did with Bob DeMarco, was our best, because that dude is a brilliant knife designer. I've got a couple more that I wanted to do this year from Bob. Anyway, when Bob tells me check somebody out, I listen, because he handles thousands of knives and just a super good dude anyway. But I was really...
He said yes, ma'am, at Zachary's Club. Cool.
Awesome. Right. And good. That one was the Grip Tech, which I talked to the guy from Grip Tech probably like you did, and I have some samples that I'm going to run. He gave me enough to make a couple of customs, and since I'm back into doing hand ground customs, getting back to my roots, I'm going to make some Grip Tech ones. I also picked up yesterday at Woodcraft some of the stuff I used to use. I'm going to start doing some resin impregnated wood handles, all hand ground, in-house heat treat, blah, blah, blah.
If y'all don't know Very Good Knife Company, y'all go check out his channel.
Yeah, you better, because not only
some very good knives.
there's a lot in a name, right? Tim Kell makes T-Cal knives. Very good, makes very good knives. That's his birth name,
I think,
by the way.
you know what would be cool? The first person that could guess that what knife you made that out of.
This one over here?
A knife, not that knife. I'll give them a knife. But do not guess yet.
But yeah, I'm
not guess yet.
Today, carrying the Adversary Battle Worn. It's going to focus on my stupid fat face and not the knife. So we'll do it over here like we're supposed to on camera too. Yeah, this is my Adversary in the wood grain grip, which because it's coyote and tan and all that, and then I'm wearing my OD greenness today. So carrying the Adversary because I love the cutting ability, and I put a diamond shaped tip on a Warnie to make it as strong. So that's what I'm carrying, and naturally 80 CRV. Okay, that's it. You guys have a great day. Just kidding.
Y'all done?
I think she's talking about this. So this is a handmade one. I haven't finished grinding the bevel in yet. It's in pretty rough condition. I do have the thickness, my 10 thou ground in, but I need to bring my grind lines up and get my plunge lines cleaned up. A lot more work to do on this one.
All right, so starting now, the first person to say what this knife started out as, we're going to give you a knife.
I'll be shocked if you get it. What this is I have a lot of hardened blanks that are blims in the shop that are heat treated. And because of the grinding media that I use and my proprietary belts that I have made, they don't put heat back into the blade. I
haven't seen the answer yet. I'm trying to watch all the stuff coming through.
You won't know. But anyway, so I got bored and started grinding it, and then CW was like, show that on the thing. And then I left it on my weight bench in the other room. Are you still on this camera?
Yeah, I have not seen the answer yet.
Okay, well, they can keep guessing. I got these yesterday from Bastion, from Bastinelli. So these are the previews of the two Bastinelli wrapped 007 that we're going to do.
I love those. I love the red too.
So the difference between the auxiliary...
Wait, hold on. I saw the answer, but I need to make sure that somebody didn't say it before him. Let me go back and look.
You still got me on this camera?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a traditional Japanese wrap. It is epoxied, it is ray skin, and he does them in two colors. And he was kind enough to offer me this burgundy on black for half of them. So we went with auxiliary manufacturing to do a slimline tactical wrap that's ray skin, and I don't have it with me. I think actually Mike.
Man, his wraps are good.
So
aren't they?
They're traditional, so they really have that look. They're thicker, much thicker than the auxiliary wrap. The auxiliary is more for clandestine. It's like a tactical meets Japanese wrap. And this is what we call a traditional wrap.
So I'm going to have to ask for your, like,
so these are coming
on the answer, because
closer to Christmas, when the auxiliary ones are coming like this month, most likely.
Okay, honey. So here's what I saw. I saw somebody said push knife, then somebody said clip point, then somebody said Tirani, in that order. Who gets it? I'm assuming the person that said push knife probably meant.
They probably could. Look at this. This is why I wear black, by the way.
Gross, honey.
I wear, yeah, sorry. I can't help it. I mean, you guys.
I mean, Tirani's the correct answer, but do we give it to the
It is the Tirani push knife.
Push knife first.
What are you giving them?
Something.
Okay,
something.
Just give the something to all three of them.
All three?
Yeah, we're generous.
I was going to give a knife. That's 3 knives.
Well, don't give 3 knives.
I already said it was going to be a knife.
Okay, well then.
Okay, the clip point person wouldn't have been. So it's the push knife and the Tirani that would have been the 2 closest.
Okay.
And I don't think I saw anybody guess that before.
It was literally a Tonto.
Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong.
So that's creative.
Jason Small first said push knife, and then somebody else said Tirani after that.
So how cool is that?
I mean, I was like, that is the craziest thing. I don't know how you did that.
So it was a Tonto. Because I always, anyway, I like Steve's design, but I thought it could have been different as an actual T-handle and a little thinner. So I narrowed it in here. Obviously ground a lot out to cut this part off. Ground this down flat and then push this way forward.
Paradoxical Charlatan said it better not be a huntsman.
And took it from, I mean, there's a lot of grind work in it. So I'm not done with it yet. It'll be fun, you know.
So I didn't know that you had done it from the Tonto. I was thinking it was the clip point version.
No, the Tonto
So
gives me
Jeff
a lot of meat.
Fernandez and Jason Small. Y'all
So,
email us.
It's got the hook, and you can see that comes from there. From what was the palm grip. Pretty rad, right? And then I like to push these a lot further forward, so you make this part of the grip too, so it pulls in. But
is this a one-time thing, or are you going to do it like?
I mean, I have a lot more work in this one than others, and it was probably going to be an auction knife.
Brian D, you're a grinding fool, Timmy.
I do love to grind, but these are not going to be my full-on customs. I finally got my stupid heat treat oven hooked back up at the new shop. My even heat, my good one, at the new shop. So I have it finally hooked up. You guys, what that was a YouTube members video, right?
Yes.
Okay, so C-Dub caught me actually towards the end of redoing my tempering oven that I used to use, but I put a 120 volt heating element in it, and it used to be 240 because our shop is big and I'm maxed out on power. So
more apocalyptic finishes coming.
Yes, that's what the tempering oven, because it's big, I can fit like 150 knives in it.
Just in time said Jason Small said Tarani push knife before he said push knife. Oh, okay.
Well, there you go.
Didn't see that.
Whoops.
Really?
Well, at least he's on the list of winning, so that's cool.
Okay.
The original idea for this was that you could carry it offhand with an AR. You see what I'm saying? Like you would really need to or want to. I just
y'all like this knife?
But it's like super, super slim. I like it a lot. But it's neat. You know, it's a little, what I wanted was like, you know, think boot knife, belt knife, pocket knife, super slim, but lots of grip and that thumb ramp. So I'm going to finish it up this week, God willing.
People said they like it.
It's neat, right? I mean, it's not really feasible on a production side for me to sit there because I have like a couple hundred of those blanks that have really bad roller marks and mill scale on them. But the heat treat's like spot on.
Yeah, we were talking the other day. He said it's probably going to take him like several years, but he's going to go through all of these mess ups and make customs out of them.
Yeah, it's going to take me. I mean, at the rate 3 a week, that's years.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm going to mix in like start from scratch, bar stock.
They want to see the folders. They want to see the one. They want to see Battle Worn next to Apocalyptic.
That's a lot of the want to sees. All right, let's do Battle Worn Apocalyptic since this is the next drop.
Nameless Drifter.
So, Apocalyptic, Battle Worn.
Battle Worn's a little darker in person. It just looks kind of light up.
This is a light one because I've worn it a lot. I may have a darker one on the wall. Let me see. I don't. Because I use all my stuff. But this is like a matte gray.
Okay, so you can send us an email for a Tarani blank. We don't have sheets or grips though.
So the Apocalyptic is darker, and it's like a kind of a rock tumbled finish, but still will wear in some. But because I've reintroduced my Apocalyptic finish, everybody in the community is saying, we hate Battle Worn.
No, the people are still saying they love it over here.
Go to Apocalyptic. And if you guys want us to go only to Apocalyptic, that's a look that I prefer. It's darker. It breaks up the light better. And then it's got that antique bronze undertone. And then the rock texture, not rock, but it's just a rough tumble. We only do it for like 120 seconds. In my big tumbler, I got a huge tumbler. You can fit 200 knives in. Big Burr King. But so the Vampire is going to be a one-time only run of these blood red grips.
Robert Sullivan, send an email if we've got a really terrible looking one, maybe.
And I'm getting a ton of people. So Badger Claw made these cross straw leathers with a single belt loop. These are a one-time run of this deep red for the Vampire. Because you know what? Look, let's talk about this.
Nick Bonomo, I would pay extra for choice of finish for sure.
You know, Vampire teeth. It's red. It's bloody. It looks like old school, old world. I really like the knife. These are coming on the 29th.
Oh, yeah. Hunter asked Discord, and Scorch GM just said Discord poll went 50-50 between the finishes.
Well, there you go. So what we'll do is we'll just continue doing this. I'm having a lot of fun making these custom runs of stuff that are just in this colorway or this finish or a special sheath. A lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun, and it's kind of back to my roots where we had grown so freaking fast, and this year I've really dialed production in, and I need to get back to my roots as being a maker. You know, it's really cool to go from a guy who beats them on an anvil to a guy who then started doing stock removal to a guy who did all of this heat treat 100 and something blades a week to, you know, going to production, owning a couple of machine shops. You know, that's all fun and great and whatever. It's stressful as hell. And, you know, I don't hit the show circuit like I used to because I don't have time. But you gotta keep your craft honed. You know what I mean? And I just love making.
This can be for a mystery merch pack.
But so this vampire,
it'll probably include some sort of shirt or sweatshirt. So we'll need your size if you win.
So the vampire, are you over here still?
Hashtag merch.
The vampire it's kind of a mix of custom because I'm doing the apocalyptic finish at the shop one at a time. And I had this blood red color made, and then these custom sheets by Badger Claw are not something that are standard with this cross draw. So it's this new style of leather. It's a really supple black leather, but it's thick, so it's going to be really durable, and I like it a lot. So that's the total package of the vampire. There's going to be 50 of them available. I don't know that they'll make it off of Patreon, but you guys are going to get first option as always. We're going to do that like we've been doing most recent ones. So if you want to get in on that early, that's totally up to you. You don't have to do that. The last drop we did of the 50 005s went in 18 minutes. 003s, excuse me. The 03s went in 18 minutes. Don't know if that'll happen with these. And on to a newer venture that we're going to do. The folders. So, the first one, from what I hear from feedback, and it's going to be the combatant shaped blade anyway, will be the combatant in a frag pattern. We've had some people that, well, actually one people that said they don't like crossbar locks. This isn't just a crossbar lock. If you see this, that's unique. So there's no springs that cause that action. There's no extra parts. We put it on bearings, which makes it a much smoother knife. But the geometry of the way this kicks is what allows you to deploy that with the crossbar. It's really rad. Put me on the main camera. You can also do this. Wow, I do it all the time. So you can whip it and it'll come out. Because it's on bearings and because the geometry of that blade is so good with that crossbar, you can squeeze the crossbar and deploy it.
Vagina, yes,
or
I do.
You can whip it out of your pocket for quick draw. So this is the first prototype. This is the second series. So you've got crossbar deployment or thumb stud. If you don't like the thumb stud, you can just ignore it or take it out if you really want. But because it's on bearings, it's lightning fast, and then it'll suck it back in. It's ambidextrous, deep pocket carry.
Micah, that's exactly what went through my head.
What?
Whip it good.
We're all old, aren't we? All of us. So it's fully ambidextrous, deep pocket carry. Some people don't like wire clips. I like them because they're more clandestine. And if they get hung on a seatbelt, to replace this clip, it's like $3 on Amazon.
Nick, sounds good. Do you have like insider track to this person? Because sometimes people send us a message like, "Hey, you should collaborate with Jack Carr," and it's like, "Oh yeah, sure."
I would love to, but you realize that it costs $50,000 to get a deal, literally.
And then Peach was like, "Hey, y'all should collab with ProTech," and I think he emailed them and like never heard anything back. So
right.
It's not as easy as you think, but if you know somebody, Tim could.
I think Ramon at this point probably would, because he and I are kind of friends. You know, sort of not like
Nick, the person's already reached out to you. Okay, cool. We'll see.
The person's already reached out. The person.
Robert Sullivan. No, Greg Medford collab.
That'd be a tough one.
I've never met Greg.
That'd be tough because he and I are both really strong Marine Corps personalities. We might end up fighting and stabbing each other. Because you get two really creative guys in a room that have kind of blazed their own trail.
You
do
should
their
try
own
to
thing.
do something with Chavez.
I should, because Ramon and I really get along very well. But so some people don't like these wire style clips, but this pattern is the same pattern as a Spyderco. So you can get the titanium or stainless steel standard looking clips if you like, and we're going to offer those on the website once he's going to full production anyway. So it'll be a combatant.
You have any idea on price yet? I've had many people ask.
Yeah, I already have the prices points set, I think.
You didn't tell me.
Well, it's because I want you to look over my Kickstarter stuff and see if you agree with everything, and then we'll release the price
Size and
points.
weight comparison to the CW folder.
Oh, I mean, this thing is like it's ultra lightweight. I mean, the CW folder is like a chunk in your pocket. This feels like anybody else's folder. It's I don't. Vance texted me this morning because he's weird. It's at 100 to 110 grams. What is this in English?
Oh, Milos. Milos is here. Folded calm but forged for war. It waits where silent meets the roar. Apocalyptic TKL blade still unswayed. One flick, one cut, no debt unpaid.
Man, this he's on it. How does he do it so fast? Here's all the unique features. So one, you don't see.
Will these take 3 to 6 months as well? What are the liners made of?
Hold please. Let's go to the features and then we'll get to time frames. So what makes this crossbar lock easy to interchange is that it's stepped and held inside of the handle piece. It's very easy to disassemble and reassemble. They are modular. What that means is if I like this gray frag, I can take this blade and drop it in here, that one, that one, that one. So it's fully modular, like my typical stuff. Removing handle scales and replacing them will be super simple for colors and materials because we're going to do a lot of different stuff with those. The liners are stainless steel. But on this model, you probably can't see, but we drilled and did a lot of weight removal. So the liner is also the back spacer. So what that does is creates a solid piece of metal that is your blade stop. So you have this chunk of metal. See this shiny spot? You've got a 1/4 inch of solid 165 thick steel that hits another 1/4 inch of the steel. So if you were to baton this, you are not going to break. There's not a stop pin that can push through or break G10 or destroy a liner because the liner, the stop pin, and the backspacer are all one piece. This is a two-piece design, so they're sandwiched together. That's what makes the modularity possible. So that is very, very unique to this. Also, super simple, low amount of parts, and having the kick without springs. So it's not going to be a spring-assisted knife and get you in trouble in some of those more communist places. It's on bearings, which makes it fast. So that's what's unique about it. Modularity, swappable, this solid stainless steel backspacer / liner. And we cross-drilled it. We took out like 2 ounces of weight. This one is heavy. This one is light. It feels like any Benchmade bug out or anything in this same size class.
What's the blade still in length?
Oh, blade steel Magna Cut. Yes, I said it. I said Magna Cut. I said I'd never do Magna Cut, but I'm doing Magna Cut. Okay. Vance loves working with it. He's got a good line on it, and the guy's brilliant.
Casey said, will it come in orange?
Yeah, I mean, any G10 color, we're going to do carbon fibers. We're going to run all the things. And it's going to be apocalyptic nickel boron, I think, because that would just look rad with a frag pattern, but we may just do different types. So this is, yes, we're still going to do nickel boron on the liners and the blade itself. That'll make the action even better, you know, just, but that's where we're at right now. The Kickstarter is set to launch on the 15th of September. So this blade
price.
It's gonna, so the Kickstarter price is going to be around $300 because we're going to give that introductory price just to cover the cost to get the batch through. We're not going to be making much profit on the Kickstarter price, which is what I've learned is pretty standard for doing a Kickstarter. So the first one's going to range $289, $325, somewhere in there, just so we can cover all of their fees and shipping and get the OEM process started with Vance and company. We're, of course, going to be doing the nickel boron and sharpening on our end.
Will there be any exclusive folders?
There will be 30. There will be 30 exclusives. Those will have a custom grip.
Are you still going to do the Tonto?
Yes. So anything on the combatant lineup is going to, and we're actually working on. So this Tonto blade will fit into all of these. So in order, because the combatant was what inspired it, then the Warncliffe, and then we're going to go into the sheep's foot. So we are going to make the Warncliffe blade more like the Adversary.
Titanium replacement scales, question mark?
Yeah, we're going to do all those things where we'll run a titanium clip, titanium liners, titanium scales, titanium hardware, so we can anodize those in several colors. So we're really going to kind of target that EDC market. So you see how the Adversary has this back swedge. I want to add another jump or two, put a drop away in this, and then add this swedge to the back to make this look more like the Adversary. You know, bring this grind lined up, lighten, take a little bit of weight out of it, so it looks more like the actual Adversary in form, so that we can get a really strong tip and thin it up. But all of them have the same action. They're just incredible. Absolutely incredible. Running on bearings. And super freaking strong because
People are
of this.
saying this is going to be really big and they'll sell out quick. Paradoxical Charlatan, this is one drop I won't miss for the life of me. Will there be a limit on orders on Kickstarter?
No. So what I did was, you know how on Kickstarter you can do an add-on?
Let's give away the merch.
Give away the merch. You giving away this? A spook merch?
I don't know. It's going to be kind of a mystery merch pack.
So I did as an add-on item, unlimited amount. You can just add an additional blade. That way you don't have to go pay, do 2 Kickstarters.
Dan R. Congratulations.
You won merch.
You won some merch.
Some smirch.
Please email us. We need your size and
your size.
Yeah.
Shipping addresses and whatnot. So I made it an add-on of unlimited quantity. So if you wanted to get 5 folders at the introductory price, you will. You'll get them at the introductory price.
Kickstarter like cheaper than the later on what you're going to charge?
Always. That's from what I understand with Kickstarter. You guys, how many people are on?
297.
So 297 people. You guys can feedback and tell. Missing about 150 people. In case you guys haven't told them that we're on, you should probably let them know. Just kidding. My understanding is the Kickstarter price is lower than the production price because you're helping me bring it to market. Correcta?
Ryan Henley is not familiar with Kickstarter. We've never done it before, so we'll make sure we post to Patreon and tell people how it works, right?
Right. So basically, my understanding and the way we want to run it is we're going to kickstart it so that we can cover the cost of manufacturer, shipping.
Hey, good morning.
Their fees.
Armored Face on.
Good morning, sir.
Watching post church.
So we'll kickstart it so we can cover those fees, cover Kickstarter price, manufacturing, because we're doing OEM on this. Plus, we have other costs that we're going to incur so that we can bring this thing, launch it to market, and then that'll allow us to roll that generated
the
revenue.
First blade, right? It's not going to be multiple blades.
Correct. The first blade will be the combatant in a frag pattern, and I don't know if we'll have. I think for simplicity, it'll probably be one color.
Eventually, they'll be on the website, right? This is
Correct.
Just like a fundraiser, and you get a knife at the end of it.
Right.
Kind of
So the launch is the 15th of September for these. We're going to run it, I think, 30 days. I highly doubt that 200 of these blades is going to last 30 days. But the moment we launch, Vance is starting production, and we aim, and this is all going to be in the Kickstarter, to have them out and shipping by December.
Gabe says sometimes Kickstarters have early bird deals for people who get in by a certain time.
All of that.
For the first certain buyers, will you all be doing something?
Yeah,
like
the early bird deal will be $30 off the knife.
And then they're asking about exclusives.
Yes, there'll be 30 exclusives.
30.
30.
Those will go quick.
Yeah, there's gonna be 30 exclusives. Obviously, they're gonna be priced. They're gonna have a custom grip. I'm wanting to do those in something cool. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do titanium or carbon fiber or something like that, but they'll be priced accordingly for that exclusive deal. I kind of have my price point set because I know what it's gonna cost me to manufacture at this point. I just want to cover the cost of manufacturing, test the market. But on the prototype side, they're freaking brilliant. I've been carrying. Which camera are you?
On this one.
Main camera? Okay. I was carrying yesterday the sheep's foot, and I have a bunch of crap in it because I was cutting a million things. You won't even believe how slicey this sheep's foot is.
I love that one.
Incredibly slicey. So, I just love the bearing action that you can whip it open, and then you've got that. My favorite part is that crossbar kick where you can kick it, and that's not spring assist. Or you can thumb it.
Mike Brandon Alma Lewis says, are you going to be able to manufacture enough to send to retailers?
Doubt it. I don't know that we'll ever hit retail. And look, I did Spidey flick that without a little. I can almost get it. But some people want to put the groove in for the Spidey flick. I don't know if I want to do that.
Custom thumb studs available? Question mark?
Yeah. We're going to be trying to, and so that'll be on the production side. We're going to try to make the custom thumb studs that'll draw in the pocket. But when you guys feel the action that you can whip open with a bearing, but then, I mean, that's crazy.
So once you buy the folder, can you just buy separate blades for it later on?
You got it.
That's cool.
Yeah. And I don't know anybody that's doing that. And if they are, that's a great idea on their behalf. Handle swaps between the whole line, blade swaps between the whole line, clips are swappable.
That's neat.
Yeah. It's been a long process, and I've kept it really close to my chest until we got to this point. I have beat the crap out of this original. I literally have. And so now we have texture choices.
What about Timascus handles from Jacob Vargas?
Yeah. So the reason I wanted to go modular and with a guy like Vance that has all those capabilities in his shop, he's a total folder guy, and he's really innovative with this drop-in axis slot, crossbar, whatever you want to call it. That means you have less moving parts and a super, super strong lockup. So, and don't
the
think
grips are going to be G10, right?
First run, yes. But we're going to do some Timascus. We're going to do some aluminum grips. We're going to do carbon fiber grips. If it's a successful project, I think these knives will be around for the life of TKL knives. So we're going to do...
Travis said that would be a great SIG collab with their modular pistols. Easy to market for them with their build.
I've tried to tell SIG this.
Yeah, we would love that. But
they've made knives with other people that...
Rob said, will you do a measured texture? Yes.
All of these textures are measured, sir. This one looks like a measured texture. This was my favorite just because I've never seen anything like it. And I think like one other human liked it. But this is the grippiest. But yes, we're going to do battle locks in these. I think it's just awesome. This thing is so slicey. But the reason that this is coming last is because we haven't released
See you, Mike.
the fixie yet. So we want the fixie to come out first before we have this. And then eventually we'll have a Tonto and any other blades I want to add to it. Any others. It's interesting that we got sub 300 people. Makes me wonder if that guy.
Frank EDC, $5. Panther Food. Gonna miss the stream today. Is family barbecue rewatch later. Thank you.
Lucky. Let's jump into. Okay, so here's one shirt. Here's another. That's not.
We need
it.
a fixed blade with that sheep's foot on it. Aren't we doing that?
Yeah, that's. I just showed it. The fixed blade sheep's foot is coming before the folder because it's already in process. So we've got steel on order for these. Probably going to be in CTS XHP.
Do you know what the HRC on the Magna Cut will be?
62, 63, depending on how far we can push it and not get it to embrittlement. So somewhere in that range. How's that sound?
Striker folder from Tap 42 Al.
And we'd have to shorten the blade up because that striker blade is long. I like the look of this one. This is C-Dub's shirt. So this is the black heather. It's very spooky on the back. It just I like it a lot. And then this is China's. She ordered it just in a regular hoodie.
She wanted this color, so she
She
kinda
loves this color.
customized it.
So
This is the not hoodie.
right, just a standard. And then our both the daughters stole my shirts.
Are you going to call the Tonto on the combatant handle the Ronin? It's a samurai without a master.
Well, here's the thing. These are the Ronin series.
That's what those are called?
Yeah. So these are the Ronin series of the 007s because they have the traditional Japanese wrap. So
I like that hoodie too.
yeah, the hoodie looks freaking awesome. Right. Big pumpkin on the back. Stay spooky. Orange.
So
they
y'all
look
can
great.
order those on the website. When we ordered ours, they got here in about 4 days.
Yeah,
so
that's right. They came
not too
quick.
bad. You know how much the hand wrap 007s are going to be?
A lot. They're going to be a lot because we got the custom sheath, which I left at the stupid shop, but they're a medium badger claw, black with red stitching. So just imagine red stitching.
I love that.
So they're going to have a custom, not badger claw, excuse me, delta sheath. A lot thicker. So these will be more clandestine. So you got to think.
Folded still with ghostly grace. Cuts through chaos, leaves no trace. Apocalyptic edge, no need to talk. T-Kill walks silent, shadow stalk. Stay spooky, stay sharp. Milos.
Milos is on it today, man. So
Jody R. It's just Printful.
yep, we use a third party.
Yeah.
It made it a lot simpler. I can design t-shirts faster. I don't have to hold $60,000 sweatshirts in my shop because I ordered too many. I don't have to guess how many people are going to buy. I make the designs. I choose the materials. I choose the colors. And you just click it and they third party ship it. So it's a lot. We can offer more. That's one of the things people are like, I want zip ups. I want zip ups. Like, man, guys, I can't buy 10 grand worth of zip ups. They're going to take me 13 months to sell. So that's where Printful came in. I really like how it worked out for us. And our profit margins are narrower with this, but I don't really care about making a ton of money off of merch. If you guys are willing to wear my stuff on you, I want it to be a decent price.
Regina said, need a sweatshirt with the kitty on it. Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, we could. We could probably do that. CW shirt with the cat. That'd be easy.
Cheryl, are you on today? Joey and Cheryl? Are y'all on? You hadn't shown his card that he sent you.
I know. I was waiting to see if they were on.
Because usually they say they're on early. I haven't seen them
Okay,
yet.
maybe they're too busy.
Maybe they went to church already.
That's good. Choose church over Tim.
See you in Tennessee. We can send you the extra large if you want. Just send us an email.
Yeah.
What else we got today, honey?
Nothing. I quit. Nothing.
Need some tank tops here in Texas Heat. Do we have tank tops over there?
I never added them. It's the first request I've gotten for them.
Like, you talking about female tank tops or male tank tops? We could add some.
Yeah, it's very easy for me just to click on that and add that design to the choices.
Do we have any iron-on patches left?
Maybe a couple.
Hunter said the one Dustin put on came off.
Oh.
You know, he made the hat for Hunter.
Yeah, I think so. We'll have a couple around somewhere. At least one.
Any G10 knife plans in the future?
I don't know. Because they still pick up on...
Born EDC leather sheath. We have those.
Mm-hmm.
They on the website?
Yeah.
Pretty sure they're on the website.
They should be. I mean, if not, then we may be going back home to Shopify soon.
T-Kel Zippos.
I did some personally for myself, and I didn't see a lot of interest. We were going to offer it as like, we'll just do it in shop because we have all the lasers to do it, and we all did it to our personals. Maybe we should just offer that as a service.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, we came up with
do a couple on the whatnot and see what kind of interest we have.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Order me some Zippos, woman. Yeah, I mean, they look awesome, especially when you get the ones that have the brass case and you laser away the paint and the brass shows through it. They're rad. They look really cool. Yeah, we can do that.
Would it be possible to regrind an Agent 002 to recurve it?
Anything is possible, but because that grind is so high on a 002, when you grind a knife, without getting too much into the nerdliness, so when you start that initial bevel, this line is going to follow that bevel because of the way you grind.
A Gator Aaron said a camo laser job would be really sick.
Yeah, we could do that because I already have that.
Um,
That'd be tough to put a recurve in
Umberto
after.
said, I'll send you some Zippos. Hey, honey, don't forget to explain to him that what you did about his shipment.
What I had to do?
Yeah.
So one of our providers, vendors, I get some sanding belts made in Europe, and they hit me with $1,000 in tariffs on a $3,000 order. That's crazy. So what has started to happen now with known shippers, known manufacturers, these customs agencies are looking up what's in shipments and bouncing them off of fees, and I can lose my rights to ship, and they'll start seizing my stuff at the borders, and I'll get a giant freaking fine. Huge for misrepresenting. Those are federal documents. When you send through our customs, that's the feds as well as in other countries. So
all the international people are going to hate us because we can't.
We're going to have to declare actual values. If it's something that is a serialized thing that comes from the website, they're going to look those up. Now, if we customize it in some way, there may be some leeway, but because Trump has pissed off everybody on the freaking planet in tariffs and shipping goods, they are on it. I damn near lost my ability to ship to Canada. This close. They're like, hey, do it again. We're going to fine you $15,000. We're going to go back and look into everything that you've declared improperly, and we're going to revoke your right to ship internationally. And I'm like, whoa, that's not good. So
it sucks.
It sucks. And it's a huge risk for me, especially with all of my federal licenses now that I'm FFL and I'm a manufacturer, and I have an importation license for firearms and weapons of mass destruction because of the TKL tactical stuff that we're doing in the background. They watch my stuff. I have to make sure that
I think what we can do is like just offer a discount on the back end, but you know what I mean? Like if their fees are going to be like crazy
I hope
high.
they get over doing the stupid crap. I mean, look, I get it. It's good for business. I just want to be able to make my stuff and ship it to people for a reasonable price. You know what I mean? And I think we're going to have to move away from the post office because they are not delivering our packages.
To the person that said, let's give away a blim. There you go. Hashtag blim.
Ta-da! One blim.
Oh, really? MA, cool. Speaking of Canada, your letter helped, Tim and CW. Thank you. Awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, MA had some crazy stuff happen with
that was nuts.
Crazy.
We get these, and they'll single out a particular case, and they're flagging it like that, and that was one of the instances that kind of put us on their radar. And man, I don't know why they do it.
Umberto says, okay, I understand it was fun till it lasted. I appreciate all the help, guys. Sorry that this is happening.
Well, it's not your fault at all. I just want you to be aware. There's going to be some sticker shock. I don't know how to get around it. And other Umberto, one, and a couple other people in Europe have said, well, this company does it this way. So I researched into what they're doing, and they can get in a lot of trouble. They can.
When can we order a TKL 365?
Soon. I think. I mean, the people making my module for me.
Yeah, Hunter, that's what they said. They said his CG was brass knuckles.
Yeah, that's exactly what they said.
That's crazy.
And then it's not. You know, it's a retention device. It doesn't even say that's a, you know what I'm saying? Glass breaker. It's nuts.
Nuts.
Yep, I'm staying here awkwardly. I'm so
Did you finish your coffee?
I didn't drink any of it.
Why not?
I forgot. Here it is.
Crazy, Tim.
I know, man. So busy. I figure maybe we have less people on this week because I'm too hyper every week.
We got the same amount of people on, just about. It's usually like 330 to 400.
Mm,
Is it good?
this is so freaking good. That's twice I've had the coffee that Regina has sent that I did not think was going to be special. And it's so good. This is black because that's typically how I drink my coffee. And it's still really smooth and very good. Do you even want to try it being straight black, no
Yeah, I'll
sugar?
taste it.
Man, it's good. I'm not exaggerating. What makes one coffee place better than another?
It is good.
It's really good. This is a problem. You're probably going to vibrate out of your chair because I put like
I
4
just
scoops.
tasted it. I didn't drink much of it.
That's all it takes. This shit is so strong. It's like osmosis. It'll make your hand shake just from touching it. I felt like there was like a million things I was going to talk about, and I talked about them. So
What about the when are we gonna do the auxiliary collab blades?
right after
Do you have one to show? You left them somewhere.
at the shop,
Okay.
but guess what? They're done. We just got to sharpen them. Now, my standard way of sharpening those is not going to work. I don't think. So we may have to wicked edge every freaking one of these. Those of you that have taken a zero edge to a sharp, that's going to be a lot of work.
I saw that, Hunter. What? I didn't understand that. Was that Auxiliary's blades and Wizard Forge's scales? Like, I couldn't understand what that was.
What is it? What are we?
He said Auxiliary and Wizard Forge just did a cool collab. I saw the post, but I couldn't tell like what the collab was.
Who was what?
Yeah, because I think they were, like Auxiliary's blades, but I couldn't tell if Wizard Forge did the scales or what was going on with that. Armored Faith EDC, any update on the Blim 007s?
What? Oh. What are we talking about?
The Blim 007s. You remember? You showed them before, and we were talking about how they had messed them up, or maybe that was the 001s.
Yeah, I was going to say the Blim 007s were either turned into trainers, and they're just sitting. I have hundreds of 007 trainers. They were so jacked up I couldn't do anything with them.
Where did you get your brass screws from, Doc? He said he's got Agent 007 with brass screws, my favorite EDC.
Yeah. Did you order those from Sky, or is Skycross still around these days?
He must be. 006 rumors from Jason Small.
Yeah, I would like to. I mean, we were rolling right along, and the 7 was the 6 technically, but I'm trying to do a Pakal. I just have, with the steel situations, tear situations, screw costs, losing 240 to Valhalla and all of the crap, $250,000. I've had to slow down on drops.
Let's give away this Blim.
It's coming. Yeah, let's talk about losing $250,000 and give away some stuff. It's super smart business. Actually, we just like you guys enough.
Fish Ranch.
You want some stuff?
Fish Ranch.
Well, now that I know he's
Fish
on.
Ranch sent us a card.
Well, I was waiting to hear. I guess Cheryl and Joey aren't on. But I do have the rancher, his card. Here you go. In honor of him winning stuff, let's see what I got. You're the coolest.
And he sent that because I was a baby and cried that one week on the live.
Well, you know, you're still babies. Thank you.
That was really sweet, though.
She already took her stuff.
Yeah, he sent us a Starbucks gift card, and he wants those stickers on an FMF.
This?
I think. Are those Killdozers? Yeah.
Yeah. Killdozers, tread on them. I freaking love it. And then what does this say? Dissident Designs. Who's this? Who makes the sticker? Unapologetically. Yes. Expressive stickers. These are going to go all over the shop. The Killdozers are.
Well, he wants that on an FMF.
Didn't we try to do that?
I don't know.
I tried to get the artwork. I thought we tried to do this. So yeah, thanks for being sweet to my wife, because if you're not, I'll hit you in the head. If I can reach you.
Just gave away the Blim already. Great Southern Treadkill, but we're going to do some more giveaways.
So yeah, I'll share these with the shop as you requested, sir. Thanks for reaching out. That means a lot. It's old school way, send a card, handwrite some stuff. It really speaks to our heart. So thank you so much. And I mean it. I don't know how to cry, but once I learn, I might try to do it for you. I guess, should we watch this back? They can watch it back, or do you want me to wait
Yeah,
still?
you can show it.
Okay,
I'll
so
just I'll send an email.
Cheryl and Joey Halton, father and son, they sent me a birthday card. My birthday was the 7th, and I couldn't do it last week because we played hooky. So happy birthday, and I said, wishing you the greatest ever. And Joey hand wrote this. Joey's been a big fan a long time. I'm a big fan of his. Great kid. And
Sean Blakely, you can send it to our address. That if you go on Google,
so thanks,
the
Joey.
TCal Knives address that's listed there, you can send it there.
And I hope you had a happy birthday. His birthday
Or
was
email
last
us and we'll
weekend.
send it to
So
you.
happy birthday to you, Joey. I hope you enjoy. I know what he got because I talked to him on his birthday, and it is rad. Cheryl's got good taste in presents. Something you just said reminded me of something I was going to say. I
don't know. Did you talk about all your stuff for this week?
Well, typically I talk about stuff and I run out of time and I forget half the stuff, and then we have a million questions, comments, and then stories come up.
So do you think you're going to start doing a lot more customs now?
I would like
setting
to.
all that stuff up.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, 100%. I'm talking resin wood handles, carbon fiber handles, the stuff I used to make.
Do people like wood handles anymore?
Yeah, I was gonna buy. I love a wood called Purple Heart. It's really cool because when you heat it up or you grind it, it turns deep purple, and it's hard. It's such a hard wood. I like the look of it, and I was gonna buy some slabs yesterday, and C Dub's like, nobody asked for that, and I'm like, yeah, let's put it back. But
could you tell a little bit about when and why you got into knife making initially, some TCal history?
So the old videos are out there. I had to use a wide angle lens because I was a wide angle dude, but I was.
And some people are saying they do like the wooden handles.
I mean, I'll do some. I had picked up a beautiful piece of zebra wood that I was going to stabilize, which means you pull epoxy resin into it under vacuum, but then it's like a plastic handle.
Purple Heart is what I'm seeing a lot.
Yeah, I love it. It is
desert ironwood.
Ironwood's hard too. But I got the stuff to start doing all this again. I miss it. So I'm going to do custom versions of some of our current stuff. So just make a set of handles for something, auction them off, and I'm also going to do from scratch. I still have some bar stock left. I got a lot of unheat treated blanks too. Teach my guys how to be a knife maker. So the beginning for me started like this. I worked for CSX Railroad here in Ringgold for 9 years at the time, and then furloughs were coming, and I've always tinkered with stuff, had a metal shop, always woodwork.
Morning, Will Elder.
Morning. So I asked a track work guy who did the brush cutting, the work for maintenance away, if they ever got rid of those blades. He said, yeah, when they run out, we just get rid of them. I said, cool. I'd like to try to make some knives out of one. So if you ever come across one, let me know. I totally forgot about that. And like a year later, he was on the track and my truck was parked down the rail. And he's like, hey, I just dropped off some old blades in the back of your truck. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, the brush cutter blades, 36 inch. So.
Except for you forgot to do his accent like you did on that original video.
I don't remember what his accent was.
You were on that very first video and you were talking about getting that saw blade from, what was his name?
BT Shields. But BT Shields is like a total Harley rider, like hair down to his fanny. And
well,
like
how'd you
tattoos.
do that accent on that
I have
video?
no idea. He does not have that accent at all. At all.
Okay.
Super nice guy. Looks like he'd beat your face off, but he's like super nice. So BT Shields gave me this thing. I made a Santoku chef's knife for C-Dub, and it actually was really good. There's a piece of.
And don't forget the story about your dad with him starting that knife and then you finding it later.
Yeah, after I had made a couple of knives, I was like, man, this is kind of cool. And it was one to distract me from the stress of furloughs coming from the railroad. I just was like, I'd pick up spring clips because track nails, railroad spikes, as people call them, they're not hardenable. They're like you get a cool looking thing out of it, but they're not good for making knives. There's hardly any carbon in them. But the rail clips, on the other hand, are like 5160 steel. Great for making a knife. And so I started making a handful of knives out of those. We'd have a broken rail, and I'm the electrical guy, so I'm connecting it up. Long story short, some of the guys on the rail when I was working in Tullahoma, Tennessee were like, man, these are cool. Can you make me something? Made a handful. Furloughs came, and when you get furloughed on the railroad, you get 6 months of your pay. So I'm like, I'll be going back. And C-Dub's like, you should make some of these. Check out this TV show, Iron and Fire, not Forged in Fire. Watch it, blah, blah, blah. I could do that because I already had a forge. And then on furlough, I'm like, I'll just tinker. So I started making some stuff, and then she's like, these are pretty good. You should sell at this local Chattanooga market thingy. And I did. And they were all handmade, and I started cutting them out of bar stock instead of beating them on the anvil. And I mean, I did my Forged in Fire audition right after COVID. Actually, I submitted before. So 2019, I submitted, never heard anything back. No, I had the interview. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
I had the video interview, and then COVID hit, and I never heard anything. Then they reached back out and said, you know, can you do this? I'm like, sure. And I took like an hour and a half, beat out a 20-inch recurve chopper on video, beat the thing out on the anvil, submitted it. Like, okay, cool. But by that time, I had switched over to stock removal. I wasn't hammering anything out anymore. It hurt my freaking elbows. It was hot, and I could do much more detail, and I wasn't really into the hand hammering stuff anymore. And I thought I could do better detail and make more modern stuff, stock removal. So I told Forged in Fire, they don't really forge them anymore, and they thought I was insane for telling them no. And then markets really took off. COVID hit, and I didn't have a website at the time. Everything was shut down. I was scared. Created my own first website in 2000.
Scorch GM gifted a TKL Knives membership. Thank you.
Thanks, brother. And congratulations to the recipient of that. And then I launched a website. Thought that my whole life was over. Went and applied for an electrician job locally with a friend of mine. I was scared. I thought we were going to go out of business. And since the day that we launched the website, I have no idea. God just started pushing people towards our stuff. C-Dub did the YouTube channel about 6-8 months after that because people were like, hey, what makes your stuff different? Why you use this material? Why is it shaped like that? What do your sheaths look like? What do I do? How do I protect my blade? Like all kind of questions. And I just started making videos about my stuff. Here we are, 86,000 followers later, a couple 100,000 people across social medias, standing in front of you like a sausage stuffed into a green casing, and you guys are dumb enough to watch it.
Fate Driven, perfect example of how the love and support from a good partner
That's right.
can move mountains. Love this whole story.
Yo, my first blade show was like an accident. I'm like, we're not going to do anything. They told me no the first time I applied, which is really kind of divine because my stuff was not to the level that it is now. And it wouldn't have worked out. We wouldn't have been popular. We would have just, and this is not a knock against any maker. There are a ton of makers out there doing really, really good quality work, but what they're using.
No, we're not millionaires, I promise.
Yeah, I got millions of dollars in debt. My salary is 48 grand. Not a lie. And CW and I share that. I'm on salary with my own company. The only thing that I expense for the company is 50% of my vehicle payment. I got house payments. I got bills. I got a lot of free gifts.
We sell good, but you would be surprised how much you have to pay out.
Yeah, our margins. So a lot of people are like, why aren't you in retail? Retail wants 33 to 38% profit margin. And if you don't know what that means, they want to take your retail price and they want you to knock 30% off so they can buy them at, say, Blade HQ. And then because they have a million people and websites and showrooms and all this other stuff, they're not making money Well, they're making a profit off of your stuff.
Okay, so here's the secret. A lot of people are getting their stuff OEM'd in China for $20, and then they're selling it for like $200. So yeah, they can become millionaires.
We're
Not
absolutely
doing that.
Yeah, we won't. So I don't have the margin.
He asked a follow-up question that was really good. He said, was it your experience in the Marines that fostered your interest in knives or something before or after that?
After, because let me wrap up this the retail part. So if I sold my blades at a 30% discount above what we sell them on the website, I would literally be losing 15%. 12 to 15%, depending on, some blades have a little more margin, some have less. But we don't make 30% off of our knives. We're in the 20% range, and that's actually pretty debatable after we make a big loss on stuff. So we aren't positioned price point wise to go into retail. So I can't, we can't keep up. I can't make stuff at the quality level that I want to produce enough stuff to get to 30. Well, you probably need 40% margins, right? So you only make 10 off of a knife. And if I'm going to kill myself to make 500,000 knives a year and make 2% off of it on discounting, because I can make 12% and I'm only making 2 selling it to them.
Very good knife company said, I feel you. It's
crazy. So what I've said to people throughout this whole thing was,
morning, Adventure 50.
Good morning. And it's good to have other makers watch us, because they can share this sentiment. You'll get cheaper prices the more steel you buy, but then you're in it for $10,000 on steel instead of 2. And you've got to sell those 10,000 blades, right? But to sell 10,000, you got to get an employee that costs you X amount of dollars. Well, then you've got to go out and find pricing on your fasteners. And I was using pins or flares at the beginning. I'm like, man, you can't assemble them fast enough. So it's like this monster that kind of keeps eating all of this money. When you have 7 employees like I do, you're paying people a minimum of $20 an hour, and some of them make almost 30. And
okay, thanks to Bula Rasa. I'll check on that.
So although you move a lot at a lower profit margin, what you're doing, like C-Dub and I, you're answering all the phones, you're doing all the emails, you're doing all the blades, the assembly design, sourcing material, and you're overworked for not a ton of money. It's not a lot of money in this industry. Well, you can make it though. So we'll follow up on the.
See you, Christopher.
What was the
God
other
bless.
question you asked me? I said I'll get back to
the
that.
Marine.
So a lot of times I would shy away from the Marine thing. Some of it was I didn't want to deal with it.
If your knife interest was in the Marines or if it was before that.
I'm getting to it.
Okay.
So my first knife interest was from C-Dub, because I had a forge to bend a bolt on a moisten nagant to clear a scope, because I liked when we had a teeny tiny house, I'm on the front porch like out there whittling on a 1900 Spanish Mauser with no tools, no place to do it, just bored, freezing my fanny off out there with a Dremel. I built a forge, did that, did this, did this. So my interest was not in knives at all. She said, I saw this show. This guy makes guns and knives. You could do this. You need a hobby.
I mean, he liked knives, but it was like
I liked
a SOG or something like.
The knife that she bought me, the most like Christmas and birthday present, was the.
Hey, smoking rat rods.
What was that freaking knife that I used to always?
Kin Onion something.
Yeah, the Kin Onion, the Blackout, the spring assisted. It's $125, and that was my Christmas and birthday present, and we had to save for that guy. So I didn't know there was a custom market at all. So I made her a chef's knife. She said, this is good.
Yeah, we didn't know about all this knife.
No clue. I didn't know what Blade Show was in 2019. I'm like, what is that? No clue.
How are the FLN 2.0s coming?
The blades are done. We're just waiting on the sheaths from MKM.
And Ray said Agent 004 and 05 status.
Both at heat treat. Oh, wait. There's some 4s at nickel boron. So
5s should be shipping, right? Unless
they should be coming to us from heat treat any freaking day now. The heat treat has 6,000 of my blades.
Kyle the Heathen, how are the 007s? Are they back from machining or still at heat treats? We should have those other than grips, right?
Right. We're waiting on grips for those. And because our sheath manufacturer, one of his employees decided to cut himself down to his tendons, we're a little bit behind on those sheaths. We should be shipping the blades. It's going to be down to a sheath or a grip at this point. If you're still waiting on an original 007 order,
it's a sheath or a grip.
It's a sheath or a grip, something simple. Because we've got
an email. We'll check on.
Yeah, we'll check it out though, because maybe it fell behind the shelf. And
Braver Bua, do you have an order for 001, or you mean like when are we dropping 001s?
001s are done too. We're just waiting on. We got to ship a few from the lost batch to get. Then we'll do that drop of like 500-600. That was supposed to happen on the 15th, and I held it. And then I was going to do it on the 30th, but I'm holding it because I'm waiting on the effing sheath to get done.
Travis Byler said, "What's the story with the push knife on the table?"
Mine, I just quit making them because they didn't sell. It was a co-design with Steve Tarani, who's a CIA CQB instructor.
You want to show it?
I can. I feel like I was in the middle.
You're on the table.
I'm over here? Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I was in the middle of something that I need to get back to, but who knows? Coffee makes me spastic. So this is too wide for a traditional push knife, but Steve's design was this you draw it with. So it sits on your belt line at a 45. That's how you draw it. And there are 3 grips. One, the second one is finger forward, thumb down, so that you can control it. And the third is this. So a lot of states will outlaw push dagger because it's a T handle. That's what makes it a dagger. So him being a subject matter expert, he designed this to be friendly. It's under 3-inch blade. But what happened was people couldn't figure out this, so they thought it was a grip. And like, how do you hold this thing?
Some people that have that really like
people
it.
Really like it once they understand the grip. But as we progressed through this knife, having to teach people that this is just open and that's to draw the knife and you grip it, when you have to teach somebody how to hold something, they're not going to buy it. It doesn't make sense to them. So I think it missed the mark design-wise. It could have been marketed better, or we could have done something a little different. So I just quit making them. But from a functionality standpoint, it functions like a push knife. It's an incredible knife. The design of it it's brilliant, but I think we had to teach too many people how to hold it. So that was it. TCQ, Tron in close quarters, had them in 4-blade styles. This be my favorite.
Did we get any other gifts this week?
Yeah.
That was it.
So this was a kind of a drop point. The Ridgeback, I called it. This was just a standard clip point, which was kind of popular, and then a Spartan style blade. So these were the 4.
Ryan, I really need a new blade. What do you have for me?
I got lots of blades.
So
that's
what do you not have? You have a lot of stuff. Cassidy, I have it on my duty belt. I get compliments on it all the time. Awesome.
Yeah, look, behind the med kit, last ditch, get off me. I'm face down. I'm going to stab you. But you don't stab people with those. Well, I want to peel potatoes beside you. That's there. It's an incredible blade. They just didn't hit. They just never took off.
Joel said, would you ever consider joining a conglomerate if TKL could stay independent as a subsidiary like Vista Outdoor or Yeti Holdings?
I thought at one point that would probably be the future. I thought that, a friend of mine's company got bought by Blue Force Gear. They were interested. They're like, hey, you want to buy a knife company? Magpul was trying to acquire companies. Boker's bought cut. I did think at one point that would be the path. And when it gets really stressful, we're not making crap.
Yeah, whenever it's stressful, we're losing money and we get a million complaints. I'm like, somebody just buy the company.
Yeah, and it gets like that. But then the community and the family behind it.
Then we're like, no, that's not.
Look, Curtis from Spartan is a friend of mine. I guess we're friends. Work friends? I don't know. But he's a Ranger. Spartan knives make incredible products, and they have American-made products and they have foreign-made products. They sold a portion of their company to K-Bar, whose parent company is Cutco. And he's like, dude, if you could pull that off, I still get to make knives. I still control everything. I get yay or nay. We're certainly financially stable. They do the production. I do the design. Some days that sounds great. When people go, you sold 20,000 knives last year. I go, but I missed 3 truck payments. You know, like I paid a vendor to make my screws and was like, okay, it's effing SpaghettiOs this week. Sure. You want 49%? Me and C Double keep 51. I'll keep being a designer. You guys make it. Sell my soul to the devil, make my shit in China. I don't care. But then I can't. Then I don't sleep at night. And I have no aspirations to be a huge multi-million-dollar company. Because that's a lot. Our promise to our customers was always, and I say this often, I want to make as many knives as I possibly can at or above my current level and still be able to handle the customer service and the familial aspect. When those things don't line up, we're not making any more knives. We're just going to stop at that number, or we're just going to give it up.
You have a Nautilus you can show?
I don't have a Nautilus I can show. Wait.
Please give a TS-87 a special design for whatnot.
Liar. I'm a liar. Man, that coffee's good.
And Very Good Knife Company said amen.
Yeah, I wish I'd had more chance to chat with him because if Bob recommended him as a human, then he probably has the same heart towards blades that I do. And I had a friend of mine, Emery, actually, the IDF guy. He's like, I've seen too many knife makers grow. I'm like, dude, we have never tried to grow. We are not pushing into retail. We're not making more than we can. We're losing our freaking fannies every other batch. It's not like we're, aggressive. I'm not in retail anywhere.
Kane Miranda started a flower shop 2 months ago, and it's tough. Long live us and prayers for all.
I'm telling you, man. Congratulations for taking that leap of faith. We accidentally did it. I got my business license in 2019. It's been crazy. But one thing that I've stayed true to is I want to make my own designs. I don't want to get stuck in that knife maker. I can make the same version of this and hope that somebody notices me at Blade Show. Do your own thing. Do some unique stuff and do it really well. Because there's too much out there of the same stuff.
Thank you. Raymond Johnson said that's why I invest in your knives. And then Very Good Knife Company said I need to come up and see y'all. We're not far. Yeah. Y'all can
you're
by
close.
The shop anytime.
Shoot, I mean, when we've had enough, we're riding through your town, taking our 10-year-old to that place that I can't stand.
I think he's in Cleveland. Is he in Cleveland, Georgia, or Cleveland, Tennessee? I think Cleveland, Georgia, right? I think.
I thought it was Georgia. That's why I mentioned.
Yes.
That's why I mentioned Babyland because
Miss Told said waiting room at your booth. LOL.
Yeah. And see, that's what I think it is. Everybody else's. My first 2 years were in the small room. We got swamped. I love the Nautilus, by the way, guys.
Hey, y'all come on the Whatnot to see China's Nautilus. She made one.
Oh yeah, man, it's rad. I'm over here talking to like business people, and they're over there having fun. I'm like, gosh, I don't have to do all the. So these came from the Lost Night Stalker batch that people are like, "Where's my Night Stalker?" These got destroyed when they got water jet. The kerf was so bad on them, the stupid grips wouldn't even fit, and I had already paid everything. I was like $125 deep into each one at 1,600 blades. That sucks right before Christmas. So I got tired of watching my guys filing grips and me standing there filing grips and me trying to make custom sheets to fit all this stuff just to make it work. I'm putting more money into the blades than I was going to get out of them. So I got mad and cut a ring off and then ground it and then changed the swedge and just did a few things to salvage the blades. And I'm like, I carried the handmade version of this forever. And we finally decided to release them. I released them. Since I had all these screwed up blanks, we hard milled them. And I said, hey, these will ship super fast. You guys buy them right now. First fast shipping knife in TKL history. And then nickel boron pitted the crap out of them and ruined them. So I ruined batch. But small knife, super grippy, aggressive, It's like me. I love it. But the production run's almost done, and so are the makeups for the makeups. All that heat treat. Cool. But I have 100 of these with these pits all in them that we could do like a run on, like a
do you
drop.
have the apocalyptic finish on the Nautilus here?
No, but I have one apocalyptic finish on.
And people are asking when you're going to do the 007 wraps dropped.
So since they're done, I just got to get them sharpened. I got my Delta leather sheaths in this week, as well as the auxiliaries. And now I have half of the Bastinelli version ones. So those of you that know Bastinelli will understand what I'm about to say to you. He doesn't want his logo on here. He's just doing it because he likes doing projects. But auxiliary manufacturing will have their logo on this side, mine deep engraved on the other. I'm going to have to put like a B on it so that we know that it's authentic. But so
He's
those
too
will be
cool for TKL, honey.
What?
He's too cool for
He's
TKL.
cool for everybody. I mean, look at the guy. He's awesome. Pretty sure he urinates excellence every time he goes to the bathroom. Little bastions pop out of the toilet, and they're like, "You could maybe be me." No, actually, a really nice guy. Like when he texts me about stuff, he's like, "Good morning. I hope you're doing
I'll have
well."
you over here unless you're still showing stuff there.
I'm just pointing at things like this.
Okay, there you go.
Look at that. That was super deep. Cut the crap out of myself. I was cutting stringers. Cut myself.
Richard Williams,
With
do
a
the
piece of wood.
companies that mess up your blades get to the root cause of why they mess them up so it doesn't happen again?
So the one guy said that he couldn't keep up with my production and keep his quality up. And I'm like, Kyle, you called me.
He told us that he could, though. That's
right. But the time to do that is go, don't tell me you can, and then send me garbage and tell me you can't when I'm like, dude, I can't sell these. Fix them. And then when you try to fix them, you make them worse, or the makeup batch nobody will buy because they're garbage.
Vance Corich is on. He said, I got the screws on the prototype bar lock folders are T8 because someone said something about the screws on there.
It's because Vance is a communist.
$1.99 pitted looks cool, not far from Apocalypse Finish.
Yeah, I mean, we could apocalyptic those and probably salvage that batch. I'm kidding, Vance. He also sent me stuff in grams and was born and raised in America.
You can get a Nautilus Bloom, Patreon members. You just need to email us.
Yep. I got a bunch of those.
Yeah.
I'll sell them to you. Full show.
We plan on dropping them on there. We just haven't had time to do it yet.
And I want to make sure we got sheaths because that uses a Night Stalker sheath.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So you'd have to buy a leather sheath.
The people that currently have like full price orders are going to get first dibs on sheaths.
Correct. That's why I haven't. We got a lot of stuff that's going to be selling soon.
Can people get EDC drop stuff in the apocalyptic finish? Probably for an upcharge, you could do it, right? Because it's like a long process. You have to hand do it.
Yeah,
send us an email if you're interested.
If you want to, I'm the one that does it. So you're talking 5 different chemicals and a 3-hour process and a cure. So, not easy. It takes a lot of time. But if you're willing to, if you want it, I guess.
Gabe Harlan, to have rusted the Nitro V the way they did, they had to have done some type of crazy corrosive.
That's what I said. You got to ship that with something on it that's corrosive. Like what could have done it? I think they know. As far as the mismachined 04s, 05s, and 07s, I think they just got in over their head because the samples they sent were beautiful. I think they had.
No, I think they saw that you're honest and you pay your bills because they said everybody else doesn't pay them.
CW
pay your stuff, and they saw dollar signs, and they're like, "Oh, he'll pay for everything. Let's just tell him we can do all this stuff." And
that is an angle that you can choose to think. I try to believe that they got in over their head because it helps me sleep better than to think that someone would intentionally do that to me. That's harder for me to deal with.
Somebody asked what all battle lock colors we have, and people are wanting orange.
Yeah, we're gonna run orange. Right now, production side, I have black, coyote, OD green, and wolf gray. Those are production, and blue. The blue are production now.
What about
and
this
pink.
new red that we've been seeing?
So the new red I had created as a blood red. I don't know that we'd be able to recreate it because it was a custom mix. I did it for the vampire knives, but we do have red coming.
And pink.
And pink is permanent.
Swap hole
pink,
EDC gear. Do you have leather sheath for Night Stalker? I believe so. Do we have any medium leather sheaths left?
I have to look at actual live
email.
inventory. We do sell a lot of sheaths. I got a real cool project coming up with some 004s. They're gonna be rad.
People are asking when we're gonna have 004 sheaths. You know, they bought all the blooms.
I commissioned the mold to be made for those sheaths. However, they're behind. So one day I did discover that a 005 sheath will work very well for the 004. Like last week.
Really?
It doesn't rattle, but you could take it and rock it in there a little bit, but it still has a nice click, a nice pop. But if I sent you a 004 and a 005 sheath and you were like, this is kind of weird, you'd be mad at me. And my sheaths do this. I'm used to that click, no rattle. I've been anal about my sheaths since I started sheath making. It was hard for me to get somebody to make my stuff. And I drove this dude crazy. He's like, I can't do that. I'm like, dude, I'm doing it. Just do it the way I'm doing it. Bigger. You have bigger, faster, better, and more employees. This is how you're doing it. Do it times 50, not times 2 a week. And I fought with him. He's like, oh yeah, you can do that. So I've kind of shot myself in the foot.
Scorch GM gave us $10 for the Disney trip, courtesy of Ronizzi's sticker sales.
Man, that's cool. Thanks, man. You're selling Scorch stickers? Oh, crap. I haven't opened this.
Oh, you're going to do a live unboxing?
Yeah, I need to get my tools.
Is that Florian's thing?
Yeah, so Florian sent me this thing. He sent something to China too. That's up to her if she wants to divulge that. Let me find a screwdriver.
Bye.
Bye. See y'all tomorrow.
So I guess this TKL hashtag will be for another mystery knife.
Maybe I have one over here.
For everybody entering. Everybody enters the giveaway. They don't even know what it's for.
They just like stuff. I'm with you.
How's the fitness journey going, guys? Looking good, boss.
Thanks. I took a week off because I had a massive home project that had me working in the...
Florian said it'll take a while to open it. That's why we haven't opened it yet. Like every day's like, oh dang, I need some screws for that.
Well, all of my freaking tools are at the production shop, not here. But I can run to the truck.
You want to leave me in here to entertain them? Like,
Man, I haven't opened this. Look, it's sealed. And I like that he wrote to the customs people, like, don't break my stuff or I'll kill your face. No, it's much more courteous.
Dragonfly small TS-87. Can you show it?
No, because I don't have it here.
Florian said on one side there's only 2 screws.
Not true. Oh, so I can do that and remove the whole thing? Maybe.
Yes.
All right, so I either need
Where's
to go...
your Leatherman, they're saying?
I have my Leatherman, but I don't have a T20 in my freaking Leatherman.
Oh, you know what this is, Nick? Because he said curious to see what you guys think about this.
Oh.
You know what this is?
All right, I got to go grab my screwdriver out of my truck. So C-Dub's going to be sad, and I'll be back in the flesh.
Oh my gosh. I guess I'll give y'all something.
I wonder if the mic will work.
How about that? For a mystery blim. Everybody make sure you enter. And go. Speaking of tools, whenever you guys have a time, can we get a page with the top tools that Tim recommends? Yeah, that's a good idea. Pretty fly for a knife guy. Woohoo! Congratulations. You won a mystery knife. Please send us an email. Weekly donation to China's Disney trip. I'll contact China this week to upgrade Patreon and fix my TKL site access. $10. Yeah, when y'all join, thank you very much. When y'all join Patreon, we send a message, and that message gives you instructions on how to add your name to Patreon.
Follow the link.
You have to make sure that you do everything in that message. So buying the shirt with the code for the shirt will add your name to the
Follow the link.
patron list. You getting it?
Yeah, I grabbed my Mega Pro. I love their screwdrivers. So the screws are pretty short.
You're trying to be seen doing this. It's only a little bit on camera.
I'm just doing stuff. Look at my tan line from working outside for like 2 weeks.
Hey, thanks, Manny. For people asking about EDC updates, I think I heard you said the Raiders and Strikers are going to be first, right?
Raiders, Strikers, Taylors were all at Heat Treat. We'll be going to Nickel Boron soon. They're all done. The Warthogs and all the Guardians. So Guardians 1 and 2 we're machining them now. Am I going to be able to get this out by just taking the end out, Florian? Or do I have to remove these 8 million screws?
CJ has a farmer's tan too.
Florian, this is excessive. Maybe I can just loosen them, and it'll give me enough room to get
And
it
the
out.
V3s, they're pretty. They're not going to be too long, right? He said pull it out.
Yeah, but I tried. It was like, I'm going to loosen these a little and see if that'll give me enough leeway.
Well, this is for Tim. It says happy birthday, Tim.
The present is watching me torture myself trying to open it.
Yeah, people that have the V3 on order, they shouldn't be too much longer. The Kickstarter, you said September 15th, right?
That's correct. That's provided that Kickstarter will approve it, because you have to. Florian lied to me like big time. Yeah,
Florian, it is really in there good.
It's coming, I think. I see a corner.
Will Elder, remember the dagger you made?
Yeah, the Malvado.
Reverse Tonto update CW from Goonie. Reverse Tontos have shipped, so it should be a grip color if you have not gotten it yet. And he said you're too weak, honey.
Yeah. That's what it is. Need to eat some Wheaties.
Use a grenade, it's much easier.
I use a grenade gripped knife. Top. Do not cut on this side. That's the side I'm cutting on.
Oops.
I'm cutting away from it, though, not like down.
Yeah, if y'all have orders and you have seen that we've been shipping them and you're like, I haven't gotten mine yet, it's usually a grip color. So please email us.
Florian was very detailed in his directions. Don't cut on this side. I'll ignore that and cut it on that side. But I didn't cut down, you know what I'm saying? I cut around it. This is very secure. But I mean, if it's coming all the way from Vienna.
Is that where it came from? Hey, good morning, not Frank Castle. How are you? What brand plate carrier do you use?
That's a RTS. That's the one I'm using now.
This thing is really in there.
Well, it came halfway across the world.
Nightshade 2.0 update.
Now this.
Is that the reverse Tonto that you're talking about? Or are you talking about the Night Guardian?
I'm sorry, we have other things we need to discuss. Look at this.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is freaking rad. Oh, wait. Thanks for your wonderful, nice, and customer service. Your friends from Austria, 2025.
That's so cool. TKL Bunker.
So this is handmade.
Who made that?
Somebody in Austria.
That was awesome.
Man, where can I wear it as a necklace?
It's the bunker.
This has to be. This is freaking awesome. I think it's copper. Pretty sure.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's hand-tooled copper. That is rad, man.
Reverse Tonto 2.0s. Most of those have shipped.
So everybody else
please email us. If it hasn't, it's probably a grip.
The ring light made it look really ridiculous. Let's do it here.
Florian said, glad you like it. It's just a small compensation for your fantastic work and customer service. Thank you. And thank you. You've been
Man.
a long-time
Yeah,
customer.
you've been around for many years.
I love that.
That is neat, man. Somebody worked hard on this. So I should pay attention to.
Put it above the TKL sign, somebody said.
Yeah, I'd have to take down the Tirani stuff. I mean, I guess it could.
Could you see it, though? We need to put it somewhere where you could see it. Because it kind of has like a reflection right there.
Whoops. Well, for now, okay, I'll scratch guns if I do that. We will find an appropriate place.
Try to make the Zippos we brought up earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I can make Zippos easily enough. I've got 2 lasers. It's pretty simple. I have a fiber and a CO2. So I could do it. I can cut the freaking Zippo in half if I need to. Who has other things? 3 minutes for your other things.
We started a little late, but...
Oh, yeah. I mean, we don't ever do anything on time, so it doesn't really matter. We also have some really cool shirts that we're doing. Jacob and I are designing some Stay Frosty Christmas shirts. If you guys don't know the meaning of Stay Frosty, it's as old as it can be traced back. It's a Vietnam military term, like keep cool, keep a calm head, stay chill, no matter what happens. But it's been kind of picked up outside the military community, so we're going to be doing some TKL Stay Frosty. I really like the Halloween shirts. I like how they turned out.
One more Blim golf for the late people CW. Can we do it?
We got blims. We got blims.
I'll do it.
Everybody gets to see the folders. Any questions on those? Combatant with frag pattern will be the first. We're working on the clips because those clips are interchangeable with, it's a ubiquitous like spider co-pattern design. You can get titanium, steel. The wire clip is what's going to come with, because I like those because you don't really see the wire clip. It's enough pocket retention to hold it. I'm not trying to rip my pants off every time I draw my blade. But that's why we're doing modular for this.
Delta sheath restock.
Well, he kind of had to go on a production pause because of the sheaths we're doing for the Ronin Tontos. So he may be back up into production now. So I've got to...
What new fixed blade you got? I don't know if he's talking to you or somebody else. Grip module and TKL 365 update.
Still waiting on them to get their manufacturing facility back up and running. I do have the grip module round 2. So some tweaks, but then the final tweaks I'm waiting on. I did send them an email that said, hey, just can you give me a realistic timeline? That went unanswered. But I will also tell you that our PCC roller delayed 9 is much further along all of a sudden. So that's coming along really fast.
What's the distaste for MagnaCut?
It's just a pain to machine.
You don't distaste the steel. You just don't like the tooling and like.
I used an incredible amount of tooling, and then the
maybe
heat treat
at first
forever.
you thought it was like bandwagon-y or something.
Well, I still think it's a bandwagon thing. I mean, there are plenty of steels that have the performance of MagnaCut, and they're not super hyped. They're not overpriced. They're easier to machine. The heat treat processes, we had them nailed for years. It's kind of like fashion, where chicks will get into this crop, whatever. I don't know. Freaking look at how I dress. I wear Crocs half the time because they're comfortable, and I look like I'm wearing boats on my feet. I don't really care. But that changes. Not that a pant is different than another pant, but this pant is cooler because influencer so-and-so said so, or this person put their money behind it. It's not that much better.
MagnaCut has the coolest name, Tim.
Yes, the name is so good. I mean, most steels are named for their composition, you know, like 13 COV MR 7672. People are like, that's stupid. I'm like, that stuff will cut your face off. I mean, it's a lot of steel is bandwagony. Like, We're going to be making some stuff in CTS XHP, which is a carpenter steel that kind of fell out of favorability. But that freaking steel makes incredible knives. And even if the knife performance, sharpening, machining, it's cheaper, works better, easier to sharpen, edge lasts longer, we're like, it's not MagnaCut, so it obviously is covered in poo-poo pellets. And I just don't. I've tested all the steels. So it's not really it's not as good as people make it out. But I'm not against doing it. I'm obviously doing my folder line in MagnaCut because
people want it.
People want it, and I'm not a moron. I'm not going to stand here and be like, I'll only use 1095 steel for the rest of my life because it's just as good with a good heat treat. Please buy my stuff that you think is inferior because you believe the hype. I'm not going to do that.
Very good knife company, 100% bandwagon thing.
It is. I mean, that's steel in general, man. Because honestly, 1084 with a damn good heat treat, a dual temper, a cryo, and then a third temper, I'll go to war with that thing. And then I'll sharpen it on a river rock and cut your face off. And then stick it through a door.
Isn't taking entries? Let me see that. Let me see what you're talking about. Yeah, it does say only one entry. Why is it doing that?
Interesting. Maybe you got to start it over.
Yeah, we're going to have to start it over.
Because only one
Thanks
person.
for the heads up. You're absolutely right. It's
I mean,
taking entries.
Heat treat. And honestly, look, well, I was talking about railroad spikes earlier. You can take a railroad spike and do what they call a brine, like a super fast quench. Kevin Cashin has this recipe for a brine to harden mild steel. And short story is it's a salt water and it's got some surfactants in it, like borax and
I think it's
liquid.
doing it now. I'm pretty sure.
It'll cool that steel in like 3 seconds. I mean, I
may have to enter it again. For some reason, it wasn't.
I used to clay some 1095 blades to give them stability along the spine, and I would do a quench and brine on long stuff like Wakazashi's, and you hit that stuff in that brine, and it cools that steel so fast, and it like you can feel that steel vibrate. You can do that on a railroad spike and almost get a serviceable edge on it. It's in the heat treat. If it has carbon, it has carbon, it has carbon. Anything above 54% carbon is going to make a good blade.
Brian White, if they have a big enough following, it's a steel flavor of the month.
You got it, Brian. It's heat treat. And you guys have seen the old videos. I am stupid about my heat treat. My 240 volt heat treat oven that's out in the shop that's down on the lower part of the property, I'd fire that thing up when I had 100 blades to heat treat, and it would dim the lights in the whole house. I mean, it's a beast, but the walls on it are 8 inches thick.
All right, this thing's working now because there's 197 entries now. That's
more important. I'd made all of my analog heat treat ovens into PID controlled because I'm an electronics guy.
Still see people entering some.
Let it roll. I'm an electrician, master electrician by trade.
My favorite still is S45VN.
Yeah, we're doing some. Gosh, 3V is a damn good steel too. It gets a bad name because it rusts. Take care of your tools. Goodness gracious. But it's heat treat. It's follow the ASM, the guides to heat treating, and you will have a blade that you can use questionable steel and get a very, very serviceable knife. Heat treat. That's why I didn't outsource my heat treat forever, because I would go, all right, I'll send you a blade to test. I come back. I have a Rockwell tester. I have the Spectron, where you can find composition to make sure that everything, where you can cut the things. I would send them off for micron microscopes to make sure grain structures were tight. Like, I was a freaking nerd. If I broke your blade and it didn't look like velvet, I'm like, man, you could be getting a lot more out of this steel.
All right, we got 200 and something entries, so I think we're good to.
That's a lot.
I still see people entering though.
But anyway, it's no distaste for MagnaCut at all. It's a good steel.
All right, let's do this.
From my end, though, it uses a lot of tooling, a lot of grinding. It just gums up belts. It's a freaking pain to work with. I hate it.
Bob Rutledge.
You did it, Bob. Congratulations.
Congratulations, you won. Woohoo!
Look, knife maker worth their salt can tell you how to heat treat. You can outsource all you want, but I think you ought to know how to take a raw piece of steel from your brain to a paper, to a sketch, cut it out, beat it out, heat treat it, make it, handle it, good sheath before you ever have any business going into manufacturing. Personally. Then when you get crap back as a manufacturer, you know, and you can call them on the phone like, hey, bro, I know what happened here. And then you've got all the equipment and the know-how to be able to back up what you're making.
Will Elder said good to see you today.
Yeah, man, I haven't talked to him in forever. I'll catch his text messages like midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning. Well, C-Dub knows, man. I get hundreds of freaking text messages and emails a day. I only look at my watch anymore to decline phone calls. I hate my phone.
Regina said, have a fabulous week. Be thankful for each day God gives us.
That's right, guys. You never know.
Y'all have a great day. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thanks, guys, for listening to my
The adversary drop is coming, right?
This week, yeah, the 9th.
So is that Patreon only?
Well, we're going to do the Patreon
first, and then
prior to, and then the rest of the world, if there's any left, we'll get them the 29th at noon. So Patreon, we're going to do the 24 hours. 48 was kind of unnecessary because whatever's left, we're going to just wipe over to stock for the rest of the world. So there's going to be 50. 50. That's how many sheaths Badger Claw made me.
How much is the vampire?
$295. I'm not going crazy on it. It's only a $45 increase for me to do the custom grips and the apocalyptic finish. So we're not going nuts on it. And the Badger Claw sheaths, because it's leather, it takes a lot more time. He hand makes all of his stuff, so it's a custom mid-tech. So we machine the blade, but then finishing's custom, grips are custom, sheets custom.
Oh yeah, and also we'll be on Whatnot Thursday with some other customs. Yeah. Jacob and China have their own little customs, and then Tim will have some other stuff on.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get that one knocked out and some other custom grind stuff from old stock. So you guys, have a great week. Be nice to each other.
A dirty sock. Here you go. Right. Hey, where's the red knife? Put it over there real quick. He was late, he said.
Yeah, crap everywhere. Yeah, there's the vampire.
That's it.
So that's the Adversary Vampire in honor of, it's got the apocalyptic finish. Still nickel boron, but there's one place in the world where you can get nickel boron apocalyptic, and it's in my shop.
Thanks, Mommy. Custom
grips, custom sheaths by Badger Claw. There go his name right there, shit. And then, I don't know if he's done these cross draw loops or not, but he did them for me because we help each other out. So it's going to have this sheath, and you can't get it in any other colors or any other finish.
Hunter, you have a custom knife too? I didn't know this. All right, y'all.
He has a custom design, or
I don't know about this.
I don't either. Maybe if you quit yelling at him all the time, we might know this stuff.
Yes, David, they are. If it could be a grip, please email us.
Ooh.
Pumpkin orange battle lock for Halloween.
Yeah, we're trying to do it, actually. I don't know if we'll have them in time, but stay tuned, stay close, keep your ear to the ground. Patreon's going to find out something. This EDC tool that I made that's been in my brain forever is going to be the raddest freaking thing you've ever seen, and I hope to have it in time for Halloween. I'm not showing it at all because it will be ripped off. It's that neat. I'm excited about it. It's been in my pocket for months.
And everybody's talking about Huntsman, so we really need to discuss.
We're gonna make a Huntsman.
All I see is Huntsman, and
we're gonna do them at 2026. There's no way.
Chuck Marsh said #TK4L. Thank you, Chuck, and thank you for your generosity and kindness.
Yeah, we'll get to that next week.
Okay, see you guys.
Guys, have a great week. Bye.
Bye.